Hi Aquarius, thank you so much for tuning in. This is a mid-month reading for the month of May 2017. Alright, let's see what the cards would like to share with us. Middle of May. For Aquarius, please. Okay. So this is where you are. Interesting. This is where you want to be. Your focus, where your focus is taking you. Advice and additional advice. Okay. For where you are, I have the Hanging Man. You are in a place of, whether you know it or not, your perception and your awareness is in the process of changing. Now, this can be true of anyone because our perception is always shifting with every moment. But as the Hanging Man is hanging entirely upside down and seeing things from an entirely different perspective, it looks like the middle of May onwards for this month will be an entirely new shift in perspective. So your perspective is in the process of shifting. Or the Hanging Man also represents paradoxes. So there may be certain paradox that you are experiencing. For example, I want this job, I want this work, but I do not want to sacrifice XYZ in order to do that, like a paradox of some sorts. Now, where you want to be, I have the Emperor. You want to be in a place where there is a lot building. There's a foundation underneath you. There is something to build upon, and you can look at this work and see it solid. So let's say, for example, you're in a relationship. You want to be in a place where there is a foundation in this relationship or in a commitment that you can further build upon. For instance, if you want to take it to the next level or get to the next level of commitment or have children or solve a certain conflict or get to a certain understanding, you want to be in a place where you can actually look at all this, see it resolved, see the foundations of it, and build even more upon it. If it's work or a certain project, you want to be in a place where you can look at the foundations, the ball has already been rolling, and now you can build more and more upon it. Now your focus, this makes sense that this is your focus, is the Queen of Coins, practical solutions, very pragmatic approaches, especially if where you want to be is a place where there is foundation, where you are continually building upon something. Makes sense that your focus would be practical solutions, things that make sense, pieces of the puzzle that fit together to build even more upon. And where this focus is taking you is the Seven of Coins. Labored work, Aquarius. It's not going to happen overnight, of course. We all know this. Seven of Coins, if you can see here, he's carrying a heavy, basket of coins. There's labor walking back and forth, carrying this weight. So whatever you want to build upon, relationship, business, projects, friendships, if you're in the process of moving or decorating your home, for example, because your focus is practical solutions in order to continue building, right? It's leading you to a place of work, hard work. It's going to take a lot of your time and a lot of your effort. Now, in the advice column and in the additional advice column, I have Strength and the Two of Swords. Let me sit with this for a little bit. And don't, oftentimes people think when the Strength card comes up, as the advice or additional advice, it means be strong, but that's not what I'm getting. Because the strength is there. As it is in regards to this, the building of whatever it is, a business project, relationship, the strength card suggests to me to remember to be strong during this process, because as you can see, there's going to be hard work, labor, time, effort, energy that is going to go into whatever it is that is being built, which sometimes it's built very easily and it happens in a short period of time. That's not what I'm getting here. I'm getting here that's going to take a little bit more time. Strength card just reminds us to be strong and reminds us that it will take strength in order to build. Nothing is easy. So be mindful of that. It will not be easy. And the Two of Swords. No, not balance. Two of Swords typically is a woman holding two swords. Okay, and she is blindfolded. And because she is blindfolded and she's sitting on a beach and there's a moon behind her, she's reflecting. And the two swords represent either intellectual balance or making a choice. Now, as this is in the advice column, right, thank you. Before or during the times when you make certain decisions to build upon, because it's going to take a lot of effort, a lot of time, a lot of energy. Okay, you are reminded to be strong during this process. As well, however, reflect on every decision that you make. Do not be impulsive on making them. I'm having trouble with the Two of Swords, so let me pull as it relates to this. So one more card for Aquarius, please. Middle May, the Two of Swords as advice. Struggling with that one at the moment. Two of Swords for Aquarius, please, as advice. All that I can get from that at the moment is to reflect on the decisions you make as you make them. Oh, that's interesting. So I had the Ten of Wands come up. It's interesting. In the advice column. Right, thank you. Okay. As this building process is happening, as you're building your project, your business, building upon your relationship, the focus is there. There's going to be hard work and labor. Do not be burdened by these things and realize that you always have a choice. Do not take on more than you can handle, okay? One or two things at a time. It seems like there is a lot of ambition and excitement and enthusiasm, okay? Especially when things start going well. Do not overload yourself. And when you do make decisions, reflect on them a little bit. Don't be impulsive in making them. And thank you, yeah. And make them out of heart space, what you feel is best for the situation. Because as you can see here, she's holding two swords. Swords are thoughts, ideas, intellect, but she is blindfolded. So despite the fact that someone gave her swords or she's holding certain ideas, she is blindfolded. And the moon often represents introspection and going inside. She is trying to make the decision on her own. trying, instead of looking at the swords and picking one, she's blindfolded, she's escaping into herself and making a decision based on what she truly feels. So when you do make any decision or proceed with any steps, of course, do not overload yourself. Even if it's possible, stick to one or two things that you can get done. As well, make sure these decisions are coming from an intuitive gut place, because they may look very well, but if your gut is telling you something else, follow that, because like we said, there's going to be a lot of work that's going to go into this. Now, if we're talking about relationships, let's say there's a new commitment. Just as an example, instead of right away buying the house, getting a mortgage, getting a car, and having a child, which are all a part of certain ideas when it comes to family and commitment, one thing at a time, and do what feels best at the time. Even though all of that may certainly happen eventually, there is no rush, right? Do not overload yourself. If it is a business or a project, one thing at a time, baby steps, and do what you feel is right at the time. If most projects or business start out like this, but you have a gut feeling that maybe you should start with this first, you're kind of being guided that way, go with that. I also look at the cards this way as well. We have the Hanging Man, a shift in perspective, a change, a flip, and right after that, the Seven of Coins. So this flip, this change in perspective, or this change of heart even, is leading to hard work. There's going to be hard work, labor, time, and effort. Whatever it is, this is where you want to be, right? Having a foundation and building even more upon it, and to be able to look at it and see all the effort done, and you can build even more, building more upon a relationship or more on a business, is above the Strength card. It's going to take a lot of energy to do that. And of course, the practical solutions. The solutions that you're going to choose is right above the Two of Swords. Okay? Making decisions based on your gut, your instinct, your intuition. These practical solutions must come from this place, right? These solutions, as Queen of Swords, is sitting atop the Two of Swords. The Queen of Coins is sitting upon the Two of Coins. These practical solutions are sitting upon the wise decisions you're going to make. This foundation, whatever it is you're going to build, is sitting upon the strength and energy you're going to put into it. And this flip in perspective, this change, this upside down, is sitting upon all of this hard work. This change requires all of this hard work, time, effort, energy. So that's what I have for Aquarius for mid-May. I hope that was helpful. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you next month.